Howdy folks, welcome to episode 21. We're going to get our rails. We got 48 of them, so yeah, we're going to load up the rails and then head out to... Did we get... Oh, we got to... I think we need the rails to... What do we need? We need the rails to make the gold mine. That's what it is. We need to get the gold mine going. Is that what it was? Because we got, yeah, we built our thing there. Yep. Okay. Rails, that better not be raw iron, right? Let's check. Let me see. Because this puts out the rails. No. The one that we're at puts out the rails, duh. Just looking at them. Yeah, that's the 3 stack. Okay. All right. That's what we want. All right, cool. So... let's do this, and we're going to go... Am I missing... What happened to the... Is my keyboard off? What happened to the... What happened to going to the previous and next? What happened there? I don't get it. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Oh, why did it disconnect? Okay. Alright. I guess, if you insist. Alright, so we're gonna very gently go back a little bit. That was weird. I'm sure that was just a position thing. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna gently go back. And see if we can get 2 of these to load up at the same time. There we go. All right, we're gonna get this one to load. There we go. And then get the next one to load. There we go. There we are. All right, cool. So those will move. They're almost in. They're almost synchronized. Synchronized loading. All right, and yeah, I got kittens in the background, so if they wake up and start making lots of noise, you'll know it. You'll know why. Let me see. That's 9 of 10. Okay, so we got one more of those to go. Is it doing... Okay. There we go. Heh. I'm sure it's because I moved the cars. 10 of 10. All right. Now we're going to go up to this one. And you can do it. Are we not going to be able to take all the rails? I guess we won't be able to take all the rails. Okay. I think that's what we had concluded last time anyway, but either way. Let's see which one it lands on this time. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the back one. Okay. There we go. And then brake. And see if this one needs... Alright. See, it can load faster if you do that. After it drops, you double tap. There we go. Alright. And... okay, so that's everybody. And we have all of the things that we need, right? We have the beams, we have the coal, we have the rails, and we have the tools. Did we pick up the tools? Did we load those? I don't think we loaded those, did we? I think we left there and never load. Oh, you know what? Did we? Yeah, I think that's got to be what it is. I think we came back here and pick up the box cars, so we haven't been past there yet. All right, so we're gonna go like this, and all right. Yeah, let's see. Yep, those are freight 00. Okay, so we're going to have to go load up the box cars before we go to the gold mine. Oh man, that's going to be fun going down that thing, isn't it? Tempted to leave these on the track. But where's the fun in that, right? Oh man, that's a whole lot of mess to bring around that super tight corner like that. I think we will leave these on the main line while we go do the other stuff. Okay, so let's get these, make sure our switches are set on our way in here. That, this we're gonna go past, and then this one, we're gonna actually leave them, yeah, we're gonna leave them here. We're gonna go, that's perfect. This way. So we're gonna leave those on the main line because we're gonna be coming up tail first, and then we'll come back and go out to the whatchamacallit. Okay, that works. And come up this way. I don't want to get going too fast because this is it's pretty. Let me turn it down too. I don't want to get going too fast because obviously because we got a huge train here. Here, we'll get this while we're waiting. All right. Because that's really huge. We'll just take our time here. At least until we get on a long straightaway, because this is a whole lot of mess, you know? This is a whole lot of stuff. Here, we're gonna, there we go. We must be on a slight downhill here. So yeah, we should be able to get the very first gold thing. Where does the gold go in? The gold ore. What kind of car carries the gold ore? Do we know? I'm going to wait until we get past this first, and then we'll figure it out. But I think we're going to want to order, or yeah, we're going to want to order cars and tack them on there to get the gold ore that we've just made. Instead of having to go all the way back, right? There we go. Coming up into this big intersection and everything. All right. We're just going to let this coast. There. Now we can hear. We're going to let this very gently come to a stop. For what's probably obvious reasons. I hope. For what I hope are obvious reasons. Alright, so we're going to do this. And then we're going to start hitting the brakes here gently in a second. At least now we're mostly on a straightaway. We're not around too much of corners and everything, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. There we go. There we are. Okay. That's the brake. Okay, so we're going to go and switch this one. And then we're going to reverse. There we are. And we're going to take it easy here too, because we don't want too much of a... We don't want too much speed here. Especially once we start going around these big corners here. Alright, we're going to leave it at 12 again. Until we get up to 10 or 15. There we go. Let's see, we should be able to... We should be able to get... Yeah, I'm just rechecking. We're going to be able to drop these on the right line and then bring this shorter train up. And then we'll see what we've got as far as the... We'll see what we got as far as the gold. What we need to move the gold. I don't remember if the gold moves in the hopper cars or what, the gold ore. I don't remember what we use for that. There. Get it going a little bit faster here. Let's see if I really wanted to turn it around. I could have turned it around on a big teardrop there. This is just such a long train. I'm terrified of sharp corners with this long of a train. Especially given the history I've had with this, with doing that. That's usually it's the sharp corners that get me. I mean, what else is there, right? Oh, those, but you know what I mean. The deco that you didn't move. The indestructible tree. The tree that's you know, the twig that's so powerful it derails an entire train that goes flying, but then you can chop it with a hacksaw or whatever. Chop it with a little handsaw. Not a hacksaw, a handsaw. Alright, where are we on this? We still got a ways to go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we can speed up even. This is a nice straightaway. We probably should not go full speed to the gold mine. Because you realize the mess that's going to result in, right? When we hit the... When we hit one of those, the invisible twig. But where's your sense of adventure, right? Okay. Alright, we're gonna go like... Bring us down to 10. There we go. Okay, and we'll let this coast around corners. There we go. Is that right? This one goes around it too? Okay, yeah, they both merge back up. Alright, cool. That's perfect. Alright, now we can start hitting the brakes here. Beautiful. All right. There. Let's go like this. Whoops. Not that. That. There we go. And decouple. All right. So, oh, we should tie this off too. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. Does it? Yeah, we'll tie it off. All right, so we're going to go forward. Should probably turn on the regulator before the brake as just a course of habit. Because, you know, it's kind of, if you ever driven a stick shift and you're on a hill taking off, it's like that, where you don't let off the brake. You kind of have one foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. Or you use the parking brake with your hand to keep you from rolling backwards on the hill until you're, whoops, until you're, here, reverser. There we go. Yeah. So you use the handbrake, and then basically you apply, just not, you only use the handbrake enough to keep you from going down the hill until the power from your engine starts pushing the car forward up the hill, and then you let the brake go so that you can go. It's actually kind of a fun thing to do once you get it all coordinated. I used to use like my right foot on the gas and the brake at the same time. I had it down. I had it down pretty well. Okay, so we're gonna go load these up. Let's see. Such a short train, we can even do a little bit of this. There we go. Alright, you know what else I need to do? I need to check the map. I need to check the switch. Okay, yeah, we're just going to go right around. Alright. That works. We're going to keep slowing down. And we'll open the... There we go. Alright. Open the cylinder cocks. Let's see if we can get this to... I guess we'll just keep going around. I don't know that we've tested this track beyond... Oh, you know what? You know what I forgot? Whoops. Other than don't slam the brakes on. Well, you know what I forgot? Is... I think... Didn't we have a car hitting here? Yeah, I think we did. Did we have... I think we had a car that was hitting that. So, we're going to take that off. Let's re-rail this. Okay, we're going to put this... and take this brake off. Alright, let's go do this. Reverse. There we go. Alright. Because I'm pretty sure we were trying to come around that corner and something scraped on it. On that giant thing. Or was it a different one? I didn't want to delete that. It was a cool obstacle to have there, but yeah, we'll just deal with it. Okay. So we're gonna have to load up the box cars. Let's go like this. Oh man, that is sharp, isn't it? Huh. Let's see how well we do. That little thing. That just feels like a disaster waiting to happen, doesn't it? Okay. You know, I could get this to go head first, couldn't I? I think we can turn this around. Can we? This isn't a turnaroundable. No, because we just go around the loop either way, one way or the other. We're just gonna let it do this because this is even worse here, I think. I think it's even worse there. Alright. Yeah, if we come all the way around, we're going to come out head first. If we pull out this way, we're going to come out head first. Yeah, either way, we're coming out head first. Okay. That's what I thought. What we would need is we'd need another thing to do it, to turn it around. Okay. That is really sketchy. Alright. Yeah, I definitely... There's no way that giant train would have made it around this whole loop. There's no way with all those. It would have totally just... It's like pushing a piece of string, you know? See if we can get a little bit more on this. I forget... I learned the term and then I forgot it. There's a term for that. So when you're going around a corner and you're pulling and this pulls to the inside, that's string lining. And there's another one when you're trying to bunch up the cars and it squishes out. And I don't remember what the term is. There. Almost there. Oh, we can only load up one at a time now. Okay. The other thing is we don't want to... Yeah, okay, we're around the worst part of the corner, so we don't have to worry about stopping so much. Come on, a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Alright. It just stopped on its own. That's the best part. This is going to load 3 at a time. Oh man, that's going to take a while, isn't it? Alright. So, let me look at this while this is going, because that's going to take like a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes, I think, to load up that car. See, what we could do is we could put a switch here that goes out. But then it would have to go back to that one of those. Yeah. I was just trying to think of what we could do that would make this a viable turnaround spot. It would work better on this end, where you have a switch and you come out. It's basically shaped like this, you know? You come out this side, and then you bring the train through, and then you back it up that way on the other one, so that you're, yeah. So that you're tail for... Would that be right? So if you're going around... Yeah, that would reverse your direction. Yeah. Okay. How's this doing? How close are we? $21. Okay, we got a few. We can open these doors too. There we go. And what are we at? 24? Yeah. So 3 more, which is like 45 seconds. Alright. So if we did that, see, there's a spot right here to do that. We could make this a straight switch. Let's try, whoops, not that. We're gonna go like this, and we're gonna cut that piece of rail. And then we're gonna go like this. See, the thing is that this is gonna make this corner even sharper, isn't it? And then we're gonna go like this. Because yeah, there's no way that's going to come around that. But let's see if we can make it connect up to here. Where's our joint at? Where's our junction? Is it really that? Is that really the junction? Okay. Let's go like this. And then we're going to go right switch. And then we're going to go, whoops, like this. We're going to hook oh, you know what I think we need is we need to do this. See, it's going to be too... It's going to be too much. Let's just connect it to this one like it was. It was right there. It was green for a second. There it is. Okay. Because then this is going to go this way. And we're going to go not over the other track. Let's see if that doesn't, does that overlap? Okay, no, it doesn't overlap. All right, because then we're going to put a giant thingy over here. Let's get this moving again. Turn on a generator. There we go. All right. Nice. All right. Get our 10%. Is it going to move? It's going to start pushing? Okay, there we go. You see that little dark, well, you can see that too. The little dark blob. Nice. See if we can get this going. There we go. Okay. All right, that's gonna go. Let's go do this, and we're going to put our track this way. We're going to gently come this way. And then we're going to have a switch up here somewhere. See, the trick is we need to lay a switch up here. Let's go like this. We're going to put a switch. Go this way a little bit more. See where it looks like it's gonna. I think that'll work. Let's see. There's our link. Okay. And we'll see if it'll link to this one. Maybe that's the trick. Whoops. Maybe that's the trick. You start with the green without the link, and then you keep moving it until you get the link. And that, like, right before it does that, you know? Let's see. Because the trick is that's going to have to be as long as the longest train we're bringing around here, you know? See if that works. I don't think it's going to this time. I don't think it's going to. Okay. We're going to go like this. We're going to do the taller one. And we'll see if it'll let me. There it was. There we go. Okay. So let's do this too. Let's make sure we have all of these cleaned off. And we're going to flip this switch. Okay, and then we're going to go over this way. Let's see how we're doing on our loading too. Is it done yet? It is done. Okay. Let's get the next one loading too. All right. And there we go. There we go, 10%. All right. You can turn off the generator too. Can we get there? Okay. Maybe that's why that car was disconnected. Maybe I hit the brakes at the end of the episode and screwed it up. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to check for obstacles. That, just in case it comes through. Okay. And then all we need here is just a piece of straight track. And we're going to do, let's go like, where is, there. All right. And you know what else? Let's put a bumper. There we go. All right, and then let's see if we have any. I think we got this cactus here, and that's about it. Okay, cool. And then we got that. And then I don't know if we're even going to be able to connect these inner. We'll see if the inner one will connect. Whoops. Let's go like this, this. We'll see if the, oh, there's no way that's going to connect. Look at how sharp that is. Oh, maybe it will. That is so bad. Look at that. That is so terrible. There's no way. There's no way you're going to want to go around that corner. Okay, so we're going to do that to come back anyway. All right, let's see where we're at on here. 27. Okay, so only 2 more. Not bad. I mean, I'm tempted to just take the switches back out and, you know, but that, I think that we can fix. We can round it out more and that kind of thing too, to try to get a more reasonable piece. Is that it? 32. Okay. So, honestly, with tools, I don't think we're going to need 96 tools anyway, are we? Alright, our switches are set. Let's go. Up here. And we're going to go forward. There we go. All right. And we're going to let this coast around the corner. And that should be plenty long, I think. If we need longer, we can add more track. It sure seemed longer when we were laying that out, but yeah, it's way more than the length of our train. All right. There we go. A little more. A little more Hans Blix. All right. There we go. And reverser, and let's do this. This one's even smoother. That other one is going to take us, yeah, okay, good. It's going to take us the right way. There we go. I doubt they run it for that long. Anyway, I don't know how long they would run the cylinder cocks for. I don't know if they would just it would just be really momentary or. Why am I standing on the? Why am I standing on the thing? That's hilarious. I wonder why I'm standing on the bumper. Has it been like that for a long time now, or did I just now notice that and it's been like that for like since the what, last summer? Wow. Are those going around the corner on two wheels? They looked like they were leaning, didn't they? They just felt like it. So I think what I can do is I can go around the other side of this building and then come back into those. That's the plan. That's how we're going to do that. Alright, so we are set here. That's going to go around there. That's going to go around there. Alright. Yep, so we're going to come up here and then flip that switch. Okay. I think we can turn off the bell. They finally made it so the bell doesn't, like, ring for an hour after you turn it off. Alright, should I hit the regulator instead of the brakes? Alright. Sure thing. I'm glad I'm the only person on the planet who ever does that. Okay, regulator. Whoops. See? There we go. Alright. Now we should be able to go past all these cars. Yep. past this switch. I love the whistle codes for that, since they didn't have radios. When you fly, you got a radio that you use to, like, even when you're not at a, when you're not talking, like I've never talked to ATC, but everybody has radios because we're at an uncontrolled airport, and so everybody has radios and you talk to each other. And there's, it's like on the road where you have, you know, this person has the right of way, etc., etc. This is how you do stuff so that everybody knows where everybody else is going, so that everybody's predictable. The key is be predictable. If you don't know what the other person's going to do, that's where you got a problem, you know? That would be really fun if they added physics for the cargo. All right. Wouldn't that be fun? Add physics for the cargo, and then you have to make sure that you don't go around the corner too fast lest the stuff fall off and all that. All right. Okay. And it was weird that it did the switch animation. It waited until I was looking at it to do the switch animation. It almost made me think it was a spring switch, and I'm like, no, those aren't spring. It wouldn't spring that way. But yeah, anyway, yeah, you do... There's specific phrases and all that you use. So you tell people which part of the traffic pattern you're in and that kind of thing, so that they know where to look. So that people can look for you and they know which direction to look. They know you're there and they know where you are and which direction to look for you, is the idea behind that. The whistle's a little bit more primitive, shall we say. It's too bad the brakes are on that other car. Here. Let's go and turn off the brakes on this last car so that it doesn't crunch. There we go. Did we connect? Yay, we connected. All right. There we go. All right. So we're going to forward and gentle, because it's going to, yep. See, it's all going to stretch out. All the cars are going to be in tension. And we want to kind of wait for that to stop so that we don't slam. So you don't crack the whip. All right. All right, let's make sure we've got... We're going the right way here. Cool. Yep, we're going to the gold mine. All right. And this is just a big, long straightaway. So we're going to look up cars. Let's see. Boxcar. See, it's... Wait, there was gold ingots. Where do we put the... There it is. It's the high side gondola. Okay. That's the one we need. Is we need the high side gondola. Okay. All right. I can do that. Yeah, we're still there. High side gondola is the one we need. So we'll have to buy a couple of those. We'll see how much gold we get. We'll just get up here and we'll unload all this stuff, and then we can buy the gondolas up there and add them onto the train. Okay, and let's do this. We'll wait till we get past this switch before we crank up the speed here. I guess we're going long today. I don't know, these always, it's anywhere from 30 to an hour, and so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Alright, and the other thing is, we haven't run this track before, so there may be something that trips us up. And if there is, I'll probably see it like without enough time. I'll see it soon enough to know that we're doomed, but not fast enough to actually hit the brakes or anything and stop. So there's that too. Alright, we are on the straightaway. Let's see if we can get a little bit more speed. It doesn't look like it, does it? Oh yeah, it does. Cool. Oh, what was that game called? I think it was called Skynet. The loop on this reminds me of... There was an old... Back in the 90s, there was a game. It was based on the Terminator. And you were walking around as, I think, as the Terminator, because you had like a boot on one foot and then a metal foot on the other foot. And so you made this ridiculous clump, scrape, everywhere you walked. And we used to laugh about that. We used to laugh so hard about the clump scrape sounds. Alright. Will it go any faster? Yeah, maybe. See, that's scary, and it's just a whatchamacallit, but it's still scary. Oh, that's what it was. It was the junction between the two. Alright, we might have to reduce the reverser to make it up this hill, and we'll see. Let's do this. Downshift. Alright, we're going to spring switch this one. There we go. And how much? Okay. I don't want to stop until we're... I don't want to be stopping and then be stuck on the hill, stopped with those pulling around the corner and everything too, so... We're going to slow it down though. There we go. Cool. And I don't think we put that much track beyond the drop-offs either. We'll see. We might have to make that turn to the right or something. It looks like it. Are we up the hill? We're pretty much up the hill. Okay. So that is that. There we go. Cool. We're gonna let it coast just a little bit more so that we can get up to this coal. But yeah, I think that's gonna be... Oh, yeah, we definitely need to stop here because that is not gonna be long enough. And she said that? Okay. That's what she said. All right, yeah, we're gonna have to make that turn to the left because turn to the right ain't gonna be very nice. But yeah, okay, cool. That's gonna be it for episode 21. Join me in episode 22. We'll get our gold set up. Yeah, we'll get our gold moving and everything else, and then we'll get our gondolas and we'll run the train back down. So yeah, join me in episode 22. We'll see you then. Later.